How long have you been here?
I'm on 96 days, I think.
Wow, good for you. Same as Davey.
Yeah.
Davey's 96 days.
94.
Oh, 94.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I just weighed myself yesterday. I weighed 175 pounds when I got here.
Yeah.
I'm at 231 now.
Nice.
Yeah, 96 days. Getting my health back. Getting
What
my
were you
body
using?
Back. It was mostly oxycodone.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been prescribed by the VA and the
Right.
Army while I was in there. And then when I couldn't get the oxy, obviously I'd hit anything I could to get my next fix. So it didn't matter, meth, heroin, whatever it was, just to get me through until I could get oxy. But oxy was the prevailing drug of choice.
Wow.
For me.
Are we live, Michelangelo? All right, we're live.
And that was prescribed by the VA.
Yeah, initially, well, just a little background on it. I started, I joined service when I was 19. We were prepping to go to war with Iraq. Back then, Desert Storm was supposed to be the biggest war ever. Didn't want my friends to go serve and me stay at home. So I signed up in September when we were planning January was going to be when we were going to be heading out. I ended up getting recruited by CID, Criminal Investigations Division, working on stolen weapons that were missing from armories and then drug traffic through the billets.
Wow.
Had a special secret name. Only my CO, Captain Donald Lash, and Special Agent Clifford at CID knew my real purpose for being there and everything, what I was supposed to do. I ended up breaking my neck in service, and I ended up continuing with a broken neck for 6 months just so I could complete my missions.
Wow.
And it got really bad at the end because when we go take these people to court, and these are people who are treasonous people to our country, basically stealing weapons, pushing drugs through the military and all. When we go to prosecute them, the defense obviously gets an opportunity to review all the paperwork, but they black out your identity so they don't know who it is that's actually working the other side.
Yeah.
And somebody failed to black out the portion where it showed my rank and name and everything on there. So they found out who I was, and they had to secretly remove me from, literally I had my CO, my captain, come up to me. I was walking across the courtyard one day in Germany, and with armed MPs, like full to the hilt, automatic weapons ready, and said, "We got to get you out of here right now. There's people that are coming for you." And,
wow.
So I was put into a secret base while they prosecuted them, and we went through the whole process of the legal there, and then continued, like I said, 6 more months, and then I got out processed. So I'm an honorably discharged, service-connected disabled vet that was active duty during the War of Iraq. I did not serve in the war, but I was active duty.
Yeah,
during
of course.
The war.
Wow.
So yeah, and after my broken neck, it was basically I was prescribed everything from Tylox, Tylenol 3. Literally, I'm 19 years old, and just getting all kinds of prescription narcotics, and it just went further and further on the scale as the years went on and progressed. I ended up having my whole right shoulder rebuilt. I had fractures in C6, C7, and T1, broken clavicle, and reattachment of the biceps and the triceps here in the shoulder girdle. Very painful stuff.
Yeah.
And, as a young kid, I really wasn't sure. They're just telling me, take this. So I just kept taking everything and accumulated over 32 years of prescription drug abuse. Norco, progressed to Norco, did Norco for about 8-10 years. And we went on to oxycodone. And then I was getting 180 milligrams a day of oxycodone. And my parents, being physicians, questioned that quite a bit because they said, this is a phase 4 cancer patient's amount of oxy.
That's what I was about to say. That's enough for a horse.
Yeah, that's like what you give somebody on their way out when you're not worried about the long-term effects it's going to have on the body.
Exactly.
So to make sure they could get away with it in the VA, what they did is rather than prescribing 630s, they did 12-15s a day. And however that works with the legal system, that because it was 15s, they were allowed to prescribe that much.
Wow.
And just every first of the month, I didn't have to go in. They would just, first of the month, it just shows up right on my front doorstep.
Wow.
So you can imagine I ended up developing a pretty huge, not monkey, but I'd say silverback gorilla on my back. As far as an addiction. I mean, it's pretty bad.
So 19.
Yeah.
19 is when you signed up.
Yes, sir. And
what year was that?
That would have been 1990, the year before we went to war. The war started in 91, in January of 91.
Yeah.
So it was 1990. Yeah. Enlisted September of 90.
I was in 11th grade. Yeah. I was 17.
And I've basically been on some type of prescription narcotic through the VA or through the military till, 96 days ago.
Congratulations, brother.
So I appreciate
wow,
that.
that's huge.
That's a miracle then.
Yeah. It's incredible. I can't even believe the difference it's making in my life right now. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people talk about, oh, you guys saved me, things like that, but you guys literally saved me. Like, not just even whether or not I would have overdosed, which there's 80,000 people a year overdosing from opioid epidemic that we have, but it's just the fact that I just wanted out of my life so bad that I'd already slit my wrist. I'd already tried to OD on my own. I didn't want this life anymore because my life consistently every day was about getting up, using dope. I couldn't even roll out of bed. I literally had a little side table specifically without even coming out of the bed yet. I could not even go to the bathroom. I had to crush up my OXY and snort it before I could even go use the restroom or do anything. I just couldn't function without it.
Yeah.
And then whenever I didn't have it, everything that I did day to day was just to get more OXY.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty horrific existence.
Damn. That's heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Rolling over to bed, snorting, crushing it up.
And then, you're jacked up all day. So at night, I'd have to crush Xanax to be able to sleep. So it was a total manipulated existence. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't function without the dope. And then I got so high off the dope, I couldn't get to sleep at night. So I'd have to do something else to put me down at night so I could actually get some rest also. It was just a living hell day to day. And everything that I did revolved around getting that dope.
Wow. 30 years.
32 years.
32 years. 96 days now off everything.
Yeah.
Wow. It's incredible.
Yeah. Well,
it is a miracle.
It is.
It is a miracle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have such a great debt of gratitude to this place. It's just unreal. Like, you guys don't even know. My 18-year-old daughter just sent me a message yesterday saying the difference in me and telling me, like, she's just blown away. She's like, Dad, she pushed it on her Facebook, and I'm so proud of my dad and the change he's made and all this. And it's just the whole difference in my life is unreal. It's unreal.
So tell us a little bit more about your background. Early days, even before the military.
Okay. Well, I was actually, my mom went to medical school in Guadalajara, Mexico.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So she's a straight, U.S. American bred girl. Decided to go to medical school down there. Met my dad in medical school. And so they both became physicians. They got married, had a couple kids. And so we grew up down in Mexico initially and then came up to the States here when I was about 8, 9 years old.
Okay.
So, and then hit the ground running once we got here. But, we had a pretty horrific existence. Where there was a lot of abuse. My mom wasn't allowed to use her medical degree up here. So we went straight, welfare family, living in the hardest hoods and ghettos that there were in Oceanside, literally landed right in Center Street when we first came up. So ended up, having to be tough kids right out the gate. And there was a lot of abuse in the household, just I think from her frustration from not being able to use her medical degree or whatnot, and it came out quite a bit, physical abuse and all. There's a lot of stuff that, I've dealt with here now, working with my therapist and with my case manager and all, and the counselors here. It's incredible, like the growth that's come out. There's a lot of things of sexual abuse, just to give you a quick download on everything. It was as a kid, my brother and I were raped by a male in the family repeatedly. It's something that happened from the time I was 5, 6 years old, probably to the time I was 9 years old. So there's a lot of sexual abuse, a lot of physical abuse. My mom ended up marrying a meth cook in prison and brought him home, and that just led to a whole nother slew of, you can imagine the darkness and evilness that was going on in that household of sexual abuse. There were times when we get passed around as sex toys for people, things like that. It just was not a very good existence as a child. It was really rough stuff.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me because I can't even believe, like, I didn't remember a bunch of this stuff until I got to about day 60, 75, and my mind was clearing up from so many years of drug abuse. And as this stuff started flooding back to me, and I was like, man, I hadn't thought about this stuff probably since I was 17 or 18 years old, probably since I went into service, I hadn't even thought about this kind of stuff.
Well, just running.
Yeah.
Just running away from it the whole time.
Yeah.
You had to, bro.
I thought, it's something I can't let define me, so I'm just going to push it down and go.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I dealt with it in my own way, but I never had dealt with it.
No.
I had never shed a tear over it. I had never thought about it. I just consistently just kept putting that stuff down.
Yeah.
So it's incredible to me here working with my therapist. He's just been aces, man. Like, I can't believe the continuity also we have in the house with the other men, other vets that are there and other men that are there. And we really feel like we're all brothers in this. We have each other's numbers. We know we're going to stay in touch far beyond this place. We're going to stay in touch and keep each other in check. I just had a fellow veteran who reached out to me just 2 days ago, and we keep in touch with each other, make sure, hey, are you going to your meetings?
Nice.
Are you doing what you need to be doing?
Bro.
So we've really established a tight-knit brotherhood here with the people that we're in with. It's not just like a recovery center where you're coming to get well, which you do, but you're really building bonds for your future too with other people they're very similar stories, men that have served, people also that haven't served, but men that have served that know what you went through, and we're right there for each other the whole way. So it's a beautiful place, man. I can't express enough how grateful I am to this place. I really feel like I owe these guys my life.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll tell you something that's a huge reflection on the owners of the family owned and operated. 20 years,
Absolutely.
and they make it that family feel, and that was the goal here.
Well, and another thing I'd like to point out is the VA actually kicked me to the curb 3 times. I reached out to them first. I called their crisis hotline because I knew I was done. I mean, I knew I'd already tried to take my own life. I was trying to overdose. I just wanted out so bad. So I'd called the crisis hotline. They told me come right down to the emergency room there at the VA hospital. Did that. They told me they'd have a bed for me. Just get down here. I went down there, and they literally kicked me right back out to the street. Like literally, we're sorry, we got nothing for you. They wanted to give me more pills. That was their answer, was they were going to give me more pills. And I don't even remember how I got to Hope by the Sea, honestly, because I was so lit. I remember I went into the emergency room and just thinking, I'm done. I had about 5 or 6 oxys, and I just crushed them up and snorted them, thinking, this is it. I'm going to be done. And then after I went in, and they just said, we have nothing for you. You got to go. And we'll get you some more pills to get you by for a couple of weeks till we can maybe have a bed. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me, right? Like, this is really it. I'm finally ready. I had my little backpack with clothes. I'm ready to go. And then I think one of the doctors handed me a list of places. And I don't know why just the name Hope by the Sea stood out to me. But I think if I'm remembering correctly, because I was a little twisted at the time, right? I just liked the sound of that, and I love to surf and Hope by the Sea. So for some reason, it just clicked. Yeah. And I called, and this lady, Wendy, answered, and she just asked me, she said, are you really done? Is this really it? Are you really want to get clean? And I said, yeah, I'm done. This is it, Wendy. I really want this. And she said, I got you. And I just remember I was so twisted and just so feeling so horrible, and they were kicking me to the street. And I just remember there was something about her voice when she said, I got you. And then she said, I'm sending an Uber for you right now. And I didn't even know where this place was, right? I'm just talking to this lady on the phone, and she said, I got you. And then I remember when I was in the Uber heading up, she kept calling me, are you okay? Is everything good? Are you coming? And I said, yeah, this is for real. I'm ready to do this. I'm really ready to do this. And she said, don't worry about anything. I got you. I said, and I was like, well, the VA just kicked me out to the street. She said, I talked to the owners, and they're gonna, what was that? I can't remember the exact word she said, but the owner said, if you're a vet, we're not leaving a vet on the streets. You come on in, and we got you covered. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about anything. Just are you serious? You really want to be clean? He's got you covered.
That's love.
Like, all right. And that's the first time I heard about Chad. And I mean, I've got such a debt of gratitude to you. You don't even know. Like, you can't put in words how much I want to just thank you for the blessing that you give me with this place. And there's no way. They kicked me to the curb, and then 2 weeks later, the VA said they were going to have a bed for me. We went back. We got nothing for you. Kicked me right back to the curb again. Jeez. And I was like, you got to be kidding me, right? And they said, nope. And then we went one final time again, about a month, again, 2 weeks later. And then at that point, they're like, oh, well, you already got 30 days, so you don't need anything. You're ready for outpatient. We're talking about my whole life, pretty much, I've been on some type of prescription narcotic with you guys, and I've done whatever there is between I could get narcotics, or I'd eat through my prescription in a week or two and then go to the streets to get whatever I could till I can re-up. And you guys are telling me, like, that's it.
Sorry, we can't
thank
do
you
anything for you.
Yeah, thank you for that. I'm like, wow, right on, man.
I mean,
right
and that's the part that bothers me the most, is because, like, you served for our country, and this is the healthcare that you're being provided.
I hate to say it's so typical of the VA, but it really is. My story is not a rare story. The way the VA handles their vets, it's just par for the course with them. It really, at the end of the day, you really get to know that they really don't give a damn. They just don't.
Right.
They don't. And I mean, and the worst part about it now is I get more time under my belt, and I start realizing, like, you guys are an approved provider for the VA.
We are,
an approved provider. And if they don't have the beds, why wouldn't they want us to get this good help that we can get here?
Yeah.
I mean, why not? You guys offer a much better program than they do by far. I've talked to people who have been through the VA program who are here now, and this blows their program away.
Right.
So why would they be holding back? Why wouldn't they want vets, people who serve their country, and even better people than me, people who actually fought in war? I've got a lot of combat vet guys in the house right now who did tours in Afghanistan, did tours in Iraq, going through all that they're going through. And the VA just says no. It's incredible to me. It's unconscionable.
I agree, man. See, those are some good sound bites right there, because, like, you know, we're trying to expose this, that, you know, that we believe here the Hopeaholics podcast that veterans should be getting better health care than what I have. And, I can get into a residential treatment center, detox center within hours,
Right.
A good, facility.
Right.
And they actually have a program for you guys. It's actually already set up. It's called the community care, but they're not utilizing it. And that's the part that is just, I can't even believe it. We had a gentleman on, was it yesterday morning?
Yeah.
Who he had never even heard of the program until a wonderful organization scholarshiped him, and now he's sober 16 months,
Right.
and working as a veterans advocate, trying to help veterans get the help that they deserve and get them off the streets.
Well, and the great thing I think about you guys, it's not just dealing with the drug addiction part, but also our PTSD issues that so many of us have, other issues from childhood all the way through. It's like it's a real core of healing here. It's not, we're taking care of the drug and alcohol issues for sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. But when you get to the core of why we went to those things,
Yeah.
there's so much more behind it. And here you're dealing with all of it. You're healing the whole person, physically well, spiritually well, emotionally well, where a lot of those other programs don't delve into it like that, right? And here it's you guys are so humble about the way you go about it. You wait for us to be ready to open up to you. It's like nobody's forcing you. And I just don't understand why, even at this point, when I went to the VA the last time and the guy was very honest with me, whoever the rep was for them, who was doing my case. He said, look, I don't understand why they won't approve you for going to Hope by the Sea. I understand. He said, do your best over there. Just do the best you can. If they're going to scholarship you, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Scholarship you. Yeah. He said, just do the best you can over there. Use that program as much as you can, get the best you can out of it. He said, I don't understand why and he admitted to me that it's almost like a boys club there. There's only certain places that they'll refer people to. And I'm like, that makes no sense to me. We've got, if you've got open beds and you've got vets that need help, why wouldn't you connect them to those services?
No, and you're one of thousands of vets that need
Thousands.
help today.
Thousands.
In San Diego.
Yeah.
I've been trying not to. I've been trying not to. I guess expose which VAs, because they're all different, and there's some that are really good.
Sure.
We have some up in other parts of California that if you need help, they'll get you the help. They'll get you into a social worker within like 24 hours and have a referral and ready to go within 48 hours.
Right.
And that's happening still, but not at all in Southern California. Not at all. Not in any part of Southern California is that happening. And Southern California is probably one of the biggest VA population or veteran populations around.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the biggest. I think there's 1 million veterans in San Diego County.
Right.
And it's not just the substance. And I liked what you said about the, working on, we work on the underlying psychological issues that drive our need to substance abuse.
Right.
Like all of us that are addicts and alcoholics, man, we're self-medicating.
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely.
And like a lot of, and veterans are self-medicating stuff that happened, in the military.
Right. While serving our country.
Yeah, while serving our country, your country, our country, it's like, let's get you the good top tier treatment.
I agree.
It would actually say, I said this yesterday on the podcast, it will save them money if they got veterans the help that they need when they need it. It'll save them on a lot of other medical issues that arise because of our substance.
Yeah, totally.
I agree with you 100%, Chad. And then beyond the money, how many lives could they save of men and women that have bled on foreign soil for our country, for our flag, that either take their life through either straight suicide or through overdosing and drug addiction and just destroy their lives or completely lose their lives, really die out there in active usage, whether it's alcoholism or drug addiction. It's just unconscionable that we turn our backs on people like that. And I don't even count myself along with like the combat vets. Those guys are on a whole nother level. People who've actually bled for our country on foreign soil, and we're turning our backs on them. We're turning our backs on them, and we're not giving them the care that they need, period.
Well, the Hopeaholics aren't.
Yeah, it's true
We're,
that
we're
true
really
that.
not
No,
you
we're
know,
here.
This is I have two reasons for this podcast. One is this very reason that we're talking about right now, veterans, and getting them the help that they deserve when they need it.
Right.
Not 3 weeks from now, not 6 months from now, but today.
Right.
You know, if a veteran calls our line for help, they need to get into a treatment center today. There's all these bullshit programs that they keep coming out with that are just it's just like it's a facade.
Right.
I don't know if you received an email on the new Compact Act.
I think I just got it. I think I just got that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like unbelievable because it says that you can get suicide treatment immediately. But as a CCN provider, we've been told, do not admit anybody under the Compact Act. That you don't qualify, that your facility isn't qualified for that. Our facility is overqualified for that,
Right.
to be honest with you. Because if you're just on the border, right on the edge of, you're not suicidal enough to be 5150'd, but you're still a danger to your high risk.
Right.
High risk for suicide, even moderate risk for suicide. We need to get you in.
Yeah.
You know, because they say 22 suicides a day, 22 a day. I mean, I heard him say 17 the other day, but I don't know if I'm buying that. And I think it's a lot more than that because like what you just said, how many people die from fentanyl on the streets today?
Right.
That, you know, are using that could have gotten help, you know, and we don't chalk that one up as a suicide, but it is.
Right.
You don't use fentanyl because you're not suicidal. Everybody knows that your chances of overdosing are very high.
Yeah, you probably have better luck putting a bullet in a 6-shooter and spinning the
Yeah,
barrel.
you
You
do.
probably have a
Yeah.
better luck at that than you do taking a hit of
Yeah,
fentanyl. Right now.
I also said yesterday that, but not one fentanyl addict that's come into treatment here, not one has not overdosed.
Right.
Every single fentanyl addict that comes through any of our facilities has overdosed multiple times.
Well, even
You
with my monthly supply of OXY that they would send me,
Yeah.
they would send me a thing of Narcan.
Narcan?
Yeah, right along with it.
Wow.
So like they knew.
They know.
Like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know we're giving you so much that you can overdose on this, and here's your Narcan right along. So when you do have that happen to you, you can come right back.
Wow.
So
That's insanity.
It's
to me.
incredible.
yeah, right along with your pills to the
Like-
front of your doorstep every
Like,
month.
What the
like
fuck?
clockwork.
That's the solution to our problem.
Yep.
Is to send fentanyl. I mean, Narcan.
Yeah, and you don't even have to see your doc, but once every 6 months. You know, you see them once every 6 months, and then that shit just shows up at the front of your door.
So here's a 90 day supply of
It
oxys.
seemed like yours was.
No, it comes every month.
Yours
Every
was
month.
Every month.
30 day
yeah.
supply
Yeah.
of
and you
of
just have to go see the
oxys
doctor
with your
once every
Narcan.
6 months.
Have fun.
Yeah, enjoy.
Enjoy.
Yeah, and that's their answer to everything. We're here. We're actually getting to the root of why. We're getting
Yeah.
to the why of this stuff. All of the spiritual reasons, all of the emotional reasons, all the abuse reasons, all of the PTSD reasons, all of that stuff. We're actually treating the wounded warrior here, if we can put it that way.
Yeah.
You know, we're not just treating the drug addiction side of it, which is but why are you going to addiction? What's happening? This is what is leading to your addiction. There's a lot of stuff I didn't even realize. Like I had no clue. As a 50-year-old man, you know, I've got 5 kids, I've got a grandkid. I'd never thought about my abuse issues as being part of the reason why I'm going to all these drugs. I'd never thought about things like that.
Yeah.
You know, and now dealing with the therapy here, with the counselors here, dealing with the groups every day, and it's intensive stuff.
Yeah.
It's real stuff. There's some real recovery going on at Hope by the Sea.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I'll be the first to tell you.
Thanks for all the plugs.
Yeah, right. Thanks for all the plugs. Is right.
Are you kidding me? I mean, you guys literally saved my
Wow.
life, man. I weighed 175 pounds, and I was a shell of myself.
Yeah.
A shell. I mean, I wish I could read to you the little message my daughter sent me, man. It was just, she can't believe. She's like, wow, Dad, I can't
Grab
believe the
it. Grab it.
difference."
Let's grab
Yeah,
the
we
phone.
can take a break.
Yeah, grab the phone.
We'll come back.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
What are you doing, Shane?
I'm just in awe right now of this guy. just his recovery, his love for life right now. Everything is incredible with this man.
Here we go. So she posted this on her Facebook, and she just sent me this thing. She sent me some pictures. Forgive her words here, but she's like, "Holy shit, I look at you." Went from, and then she showed me the pictures of what I looked like before I came in, where I was just a shell, just skin and bones.
Can we get this up? Can you?
I'm not sure if we can see that.
No, we can get this up. Text it over to him. Let's get a picture going here.
Okay. I'll hand you the phone in just a second. I'm not so good with this stuff, and then she sends the pictures I just sent her now, from working out in the gym down below.
Yeah.
And then they're at the house, and she wrote me, "You should be so proud of yourself right now. I know Grandpa is, and my dad passed away from COVID a year ago. I know it's probably been very hard for you, but you got this. Look at this difference you've made. I'm getting a little emotional because I just want you to know how proud I am of you, Pa." And then on her Facebook, she actually posted this on her actual site on her Facebook. And it was really crazy because then even my ex, her mom, even posted on hers. I was like, "Oh,
are you serious?"
God. Yeah, it was crazy.
Then it's real.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but so first my daughter posted, "I want to take the time to appreciate the hard work my dad has been doing and show everyone how proud I am of him. I wouldn't want anyone else as my father, and I'm lucky to call him my dad. Love you, Pops." And then she put the 2 pictures of me here. And then this really shocked me because even my ex, Rommel Quintero Gordon, the father of my oldest daughter, Isel Quintero, "Wow, I just want you to know I'm so proud of your change in life. You look so healthy and happy. You deserve to be happy. How words can't explain how happy our daughter is of you right now. Keep pushing forward and don't give up. You got this. Much love your way." And that's my ex, man.
Yeah, that got me a little emotional.
And me too, man. I had a tear in my eye. I got a tear.
Start crying.
I know.
Like,
Look at
I can
him.
see the goosebumps.
Yeah, bro.
Man. And like coming from your ex-wife like that, I don't know what happened there, but like when you read that part, it was just like, because I have a daughter,
right.
And like my daughter's really proud of me, and I have a son, and my son's really proud of me, and I keep doing this shit on a daily basis,
right?
Just get up and and try to be the best version of myself each and every day, and that has changed a lot over the years. My best version is that this version of me is a much better version of even the guy 5 years ago. And back then I thought I was doing okay, but now it's not. And now I don't like think that I'm doing like good or okay, and that this version, it's like I'm constantly trying to improve.
Yeah.
Right.
And in the way that I have been able to improve is to give back in service, to gentlemen like yourself and like this podcast, and like make a fucking difference in this world. Like that is my mission in life now, is to make a difference. I lost a soon to be son-in-law 6 months ago to a fentanyl overdose.
Sorry, man.
And every time I talk about it, I cry. That one fucked me up, man.
Right.
It was like, and it pissed me off. Like, it pissed me off that a motherfucker would sell this shit to my son-in-law. My daughter found him dead.
That's rough, man.
In his bed. Damn. He was 26 years old. She was 21 when she found him.
Well,
and she's fucked up.
I hope your little girl knows that the difference that you're making hasn't just impacted your life, but the so many lives that you're helping here, like my life, their lives also. It's not just me, their lives, and then all the other vets that I know that are coming through here too, and the changes in their lives also as well. So thank you. Like I said, I feel I have a debt of gratitude with you, Chad, that I don't think I'm ever going to be able to repay.
Just you pay it forward.
Yeah. I'll definitely be doing that.
You do what I did for somebody else.
Yeah.
Got you.
Down the road. That's how you repay it. Full of gratitude though for how your life is right now.
Yeah.
I feel grateful.
Well, I'm grateful to you, man, to this place. I really feel like I owe this place everything that I've got right now in my life. I owe it to this place.
Yeah. This is the real deal though. I went around today and I was like, who do we have that we could put on the podcast today that would, really, spark some interest. And a bunch of the clinical staff said you. And I was
I
like,
appreciate that.
go pick him up, please. We'll call him first to make sure he wants to do it, because not everybody wants to do this stuff. Like this isn't me. Just so you know, this is way outside my comfort zone.
I got you.
I am an introvert.
Right.
I don't like to public speak. I know this isn't like public speaking to me. It's just so it is much easier.
Right.
But once we sat down, and because we're doing it for a specific reason, we sat down and we're like, okay, we're just gonna have like a roundtable discussion.
Sure.
You know, and just talk.
Right.
And all of a sudden it just like became so natural.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, and like I sit down in front, I almost feel like it's easier for me to talk with the headphones on and a microphone in front of me than
Right.
to just, like I'll never be able to go out and stand out in front.
Have a regular conversation again.
But I feel like, you know, I'm actually going to have to someday because of what we're doing. Sure. I'm going to be sitting in front of Congress and I'm going to be telling them, like, look at what's going on, and I'm gonna, you know, we're putting together not just these podcasts, but we're putting together real stuff,
right?
You know, to show Congress, to show the general population, to show whoever will look and listen, how the veterans are being mistreated,
sure,
if you will. You know, like it just boggles my mind, right. Baffling that we're not giving you guys the best care available.
Right. Well, I have an uncle who served during Vietnam. He just barely a couple of years ago got his Agent Orange stuff approved. And we're talking, 50, 60 years later, he's finally getting approval from the AS stuff. Look at John Stewart and the mountains he had to move to get vets with the fire pits and all that stuff going. It just seems like we consistently forget about our veterans. And I'm not even trying to speak as a vet right now, but just for the people who've served, you know, count myself out of it. But we consistently, we're really quick to send them somewhere. We're really quick to put them in harm's way. We're really quick to have them go fight our battles. We're not so quick to take care of them when they come back broken or hurt or damaged. You know, the medical care, some of the active service guys, I know I'm lucky when I had my contracts filled out, but I see it at the VA now that veterans are only taken care of for 5 years now after service. You know, for any type of ailment, it's only 5 years. Your service-connected disability, sure, they'll take care of you forever. But if you happen to get sick or whatever, thank God I wasn't at a time where it doesn't matter now if I'm sick. My contract will take care of me forever on any type of medical issue. But then look at the quality of the service too. Obviously, they're the ones, and I take full responsibility for my own addiction. Okay,
yes.
But there's some culpability in the sense that they knew what they were doing was prescribing stuff that was way too much. And you know, way over the top, and in the middle of an opioid epidemic, prescribing that much opioids to somebody they know was wrong. So for them not to take any type of culpability when it's time to get clean, to just kicking me out the door like, you got, oh no, you're good, no, sorry, we got nothing for you. There's nothing we can do for you. That's, to me, it's unconscionable.
It's like a pill mill. It's like a Florida bloody pill mill, really. That's the sound of it.
I'm going to tell you something. They never did approve your stay, right? So and I did scholarship you, and then I got in trouble for it.
Big trouble.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
good you now, bro. It was worth it.
Like,
yeah.
Like I feel like, you know, we're out here trying to save lives.
That's it. Bottom
Period.
line.
Well, that's the reason why I did this today is like I figured if this can get out to one vet and it helps one vet to get here, because I know what a good place this is.
Right.
I know the difference this is making in my life every day. So if I can help one vet to come through that door, it's well worth it.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm willing to open up about all this, you know, private stuff, my abuse, the PTSD, the stuff I did in service, is because I'm hoping if it just helps one person to get through the door.
A lot of us have had the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not alone.
You're definitely not alone.
Yeah.
It was always taboo for so many years for men to talk about that type of stuff, but it's not anymore.
No.
You know. Yeah, but thank you for your service.
I appreciate it. Thank
man.
you for helping me. Thank you so much.
I wouldn't be able to help you.
me.
I mean, this would probably be a communist country if you hadn't, you know, served for us.
Yeah, man.
You know, so like we
debt of gratitude
wouldn't
to
be
you.
able to, you know, have the freedom to, you know, do what we do.
Yeah.
You know,
Appreciate you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
We love you.
Love you guys too.
Yeah, very, very, very good. What do you got?
Bro, this guy's an incredible human being. Look at him. He's full of life. He's brought back his family with his kids. He's generation. This is a generational change right here. If he keeps this up, which he will, and the camaraderie that he's got back in his life that he missed in the military with the guys in the house now, that he can call every day on a daily basis, the love he's got in his heart right now for these other men.
I'm hearing that a lot. Too,
Yeah.
from the veterans to get reconnected
Yeah.
with other veterans that are going through the same stuff that they're going through at the same time. What an incredible bond it is, and not just the bond, but you guys are actually, there's services within the VA. That not everything about the VA is bad, right?
Sure.
I don't want to.
Sure.
I know we're talking about some of the hard stuff that nobody wants to talk about, or they don't want to hear about it, or they don't want to listen. I mean, I'm probably going to get in trouble for some of this stuff too, but it's like I'm not going to stop. Like, I'm not going to shut up about it. I'm not gonna let people. I'm not gonna let whoever treat our veterans as a second class citizen. I mean, yeah, sure, you can get back, but like once we get you back and healthy and doing good, man, we can get you on private insurance. You get a good job, you start working, and F the VA.
Yeah.
You don't even end up needing it.
Well, which you're having our back when they're not willing to.
Which that saves them money too. I guess, if things do come down to money, I don't know what it comes down to. Like, I know with the government everything comes down to a budget, right? But they're willing to spend how many billions of dollars to send weapons to Ukraine?
Right.
I mean, how many veterans could that money have helped here
In our homeland.
Sure.
in our homeland? Like, all of you could have gone to treatment and therapy for
A fraction of it.
yeah. Not everybody there's different levels of treatment, but you get out of the military, everybody needs some type of treatment, something. There's stuff that you guys do and see that we don't, and we see stuff and we still need therapy. I love therapy, man. I've done therapy for like 20 years.
Gotcha.
It's life changing.
It has been for me.
Yeah.
It has been for me for sure.
Yeah. Every time I get a little squirrely, I start to feel a little squirrely in life, man. I'm like, call my therapist. I'm like, we need to touch base again for about 6 months. Like 6 months. I'll just go until I'm not feeling squirrely anymore.
Yeah, my therapist here is so good. I want to know if he does private practice, so I'd definitely like to stick.
Who's your
stick with him.
therapist?
Josh.
Josh, yeah.
Oh man, that guy's amazing.
Josh is in the military.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he served.
He's currently in the military.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I think he's reserves.
Oh well, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
California Guard or
I'm not sure. Army National Guard.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Awesome.
sure, but I know he served, but I'm not sure.
That's
He's got a
awesome.
cool accent too.
Yeah, he does.
I'm gonna definitely get him up here on the podcast.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. Smart guy. He's definitely helped me with quite a few of my demons, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then your case manager,
That would be Pete.
Pete.
Another
Pete,
just amazing guy.
Yeah, rock star.
Yeah.
Pete's like been around for forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known Pete since he was support staff.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both guys are just so amazing.
He started at the bottom. Have you heard Pete's story?
Yeah. We've talked. We had some pretty in-depth conversations, man. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I think it's part of the deal is you don't really feel you can open up to somebody till they're willing to share with you too. So it's just it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. The whole vibe here is just so good. It's just
nice.
Incredible vibe.
Yeah, I'm grateful that you're doing well, man.
Yeah.
And,
again, thank you so much. When they kicked me to the door and I was heading out, I was going to go right back out and use. I was going to go right back out and use. And when Wendy said, "We've got you," and
she told me,
and that he's going to scholarship. If you're a vet and you really want to be clean, don't worry, we got you. Just remember that.
Yeah, we'll continue to do it. It might we might not be able to scholarship people at Hope by the Sea, but we have like 6 other facilities that are just as amazing that can take the scholarships.
Yeah.
I guess somewhere in my contract I'm not allowed to scholarship. I didn't read it. I read the whole contract, but I'm also not a lawyer, so I didn't see anywhere in there that said that I couldn't.
God bless you for for taking me in, man.
Absolutely.
Nobody else
Yeah.
would, you know.
Yeah,
Thank you so
we're
much.
giving away 4 scholarships a month
Wow.
currently through the Infinity Group,
Okay.
because the Infinity Group is the primary sponsor of the Hopeaholics
Oh, wow.
podcast.
Awesome.
So they're actually 2 separate companies, 2 separate deals, but you know, the Infinity Group manages, owns, and operates and manages 6 treatment centers.
So
in
basically,
Southern
what you're saying is
California.
you're saving 4 lives a month. Then.
4
Yeah,
lives
4
a
lives a
month.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Veteran, non-veteran,
Veteran,
doesn't matter.
non-veteran.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
At least one veteran every month will be out of those 4,
Sure.
maybe more.
Yeah,
Maybe
what's the
2,
phone
just-
number again?
It's
1-833
no, you're so off.
1-866
866-930.
930 HOPE.
Yep, 4673.
4673.
866-930. 4673.
4673.
Or on our Instagram.
Yeah.
You can DM us at the Hopeaholics. Yeah, that's our Instagram handle.
Yeah.
Right on.
And
That's
if you want to get the Chaddock alone, you Chaddock with 4 T's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chaddock's my
Your handle.
Instagram handle.
Chaddock with 4
Yeah,
T's.
4
Yeah.
T's. There's other ones that pop up, but Chaddock with 4 T's
Yeah.
is the main one.
Right on.
Yeah, so that was just a little plug for our giveaway. We want to help. We want to help as many people as we can. You know, after I lost my son-in-law, man, I was just like, I was just done. Pissed me off. I was done just being a regular person. I decided to go, you know, hard to the paint, I guess.
Right.
Just go after it. You know.
God bless you for what you're doing, man, because it's saving lives.
Thank you. Yeah.
Saved my life. So
Very, very, very grateful, man, that
Yeah.
you came to our podcast and opened up.
thank you guys for having me, man.
Yeah,
So-
thanks
so
for being
it's-
so
like I
honest.
said, if it helps one person get through the door, I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
Anything I can do.
Yeah, it'll help more than one person.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. It'll help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Man. Thank you, man. We'll reconnect. Yeah, man.
Wow. You just never know when you sit down.